Hi, it's Grace, and today I want to talk about something that most people don't talk about, especially in church, especially in marriages, especially when trauma is involved. I want to talk about what they don't tell you when you marry someone who survived a traumatic brain injury. They tell you to love. They tell you to be strong. They tell you to have faith. But they don't tell you about the memory loss. They don't tell you about the moments you'll feel like a stranger in your own marriage. They don't tell you that the person you fell in love with might fade in and out mentally, emotionally, and that you'll have to learn to love someone who's changing right in front of you. I remember early in our marriage, I would talk, and he'd nod. It seemed like he was listening, but then he asked me a question I had just answered, and my heart sank. At first I thought he wasn't paying attention, but then I realized he couldn't remember. And that realization broke me a little, because I knew in that moment I had to grieve the man I married, even while still loving the man in front of me. No one prepares you for that. They don't tell you how lonely it can feel to repeat yourself multiple times daily. They don't tell you what it's like to be patient until your patience feels like silence. They don't tell you how confusing it is to feel mad and guilty at the same time. I used to feel so selfish for being frustrated. But the truth is, you can love someone deeply and still feel overwhelmed by the weight of what trauma takes from both of you. But here's what I've learned, and maybe you need to hear this too. It's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay to cry. It's okay to say, this is hard, even when you love them with all your heart. What they don't tell you is that grace will meet you in those moments, that God sees the caregiver just as much as he sees the one who was injured, and that his love is big enough to hold both of you. Isaiah 40:29 says, "He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak." I held on to that verse when I was too tired to pray, when I didn't have words, when I felt invisible. And somehow, through tears, through long nights, through financial pressure and emotional exhaustion, God strengthened me. Not all at once, not dramatically, but moment by moment. If you're walking this road too, loving someone through trauma, navigating the unknown, trying to keep your faith strong while holding everything else together, I see you. God sees you, and you are not alone. This channel, Grace Light Moments, is for people like us. People who love hard, walk through fire, and still find ways to believe in beauty, healing, and God's plan. So don't forget to subscribe. Share this with someone who needs it, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. You're doing better than you think, and God is closer than you feel. This is Grace Light Moments, a space for truth, healing, and hope. It's a blessing to have you here with us.